Hey everybody, it's Scooter here, and I'm calling you like you're my best friend. This is my tin can telephone made from a Pringles can, and I posted an earlier video of this, and I'm just dialing you in. We live across the street from one another, and I've made some adjustments to my tin can phone so I can monitor my audio. Just because it was a podcaster, so I don't know what you're hearing. Because I've tried to push the ability of my iPhone as far as possible. But it should sound like I'm talking into a tin can. Echo, echo. So hopefully I'm trying to breathe calmly and talk. But so this is one way to tell a bedtime story, is to make your own tin can phone. You could look at my Instagram. I showed how to do it using a headset. I did learn on the first video you have to talk at a whisper level. So here I am talking in a whisper level. If you want, just close your eyes and pretend we live in some imaginary perfect suburbia, right across, window to window. You're curled up in your bed, and I'm curled up in mine. It's just past our bedtime, and I'm calling you in. Hey, what's up? Yeah, sigh. I'm here. Yeah, I'm just lying in bed. Are you lying in bed too? Yep. Yep, sigh. It's, sorry, I just thought it'd be funny if I said sigh instead of doing it, What'd you do today? I can't believe we can only look at each other out the window. Yeah, I know. It's, I don't know, it's raining today. Was it raining today where you are? Well, it was, so yeah, 'cause you lived right next door to me. Did you notice, the crow that landed there recently and was looking at? That's pretty interesting, huh? Yeah, I name it Crowy, Crowy, the friendly crow. It walks around in the yard and it picks up leaves and then it drops them. I don't know if that's a game that crows play, but I don't know. It made me think of that. Did you know? Do you know who? My dad was telling me that Mr. Wizard, that there was two Mr. Wizards. So I didn't understand what he said, because when we made these tin can phones. He looked up a video on YouTube, and he said, "That's not the Mr. Wizard I know." And it said Mr. Wizard, and my dad said, "That's not my Mr. Wizard." And I said, "Are you sure that's not? Are you sure there's two Mr. Wizards, Dad?" And he said, "Well, maybe this is Mr. Wizard's father." And he laughed at that like it was funny. But I said, "Well, how do we know which Mr. Wizard to trust if there's two Mr. Wizards?" And he said, "Well, maybe you could tell maybe," he goes, "Why don't you go in your room with your tin can phone and talk to your imaginary friend that lives across from you?" And I said, "Okay." So once upon a time, there was one world. And in that world was a man who loved science. And he started off as a young boy. And he learned to love science, and he, really studied science. At first he loved it. He didn't, he studied it, but it was more of a hobby. And, he did good at science in school. And then but he wasn't a scientist. He was just a kid who loved science. And he watched shows like 321 Contact and Nova and Science is Awesome, which was a show that he made in his bedroom by himself with his stuffed animals. And it was a good. He had good times. He did have good times. That kid. And then he got older and he studied science, but he actually went to he went he went to a university. But he decided when he was at university he started acting and performing in performances. first it was underground performances at the cafe, and then it was the theater group and the comedy troupe, and he started to love performing too, and it's almost as much as science. And when he was home, his family said, you're performing a lot, eh, Whiz? And that's what they called him, Whiz, because he loves science so much. And he said, yeah, I love performing. What can I say? But I do love it so. And they said, well, Wiz, is performing and acting and that kind of stuff, is it anything like science? And he said, not really. He goes, it's mostly an art. And art and science intersect in some places, but in some places they run parallel. He goes, I don't know. I'm just in my early years. I'm just in my 20s. Haven't figured it all out yet. But art and science make me realize that I never will. And we'll cut, short circuit to one day this young person became Mr. Wizard, and said, not only am I going to take my love of science, and I'm going to take my love of performing, and I'm going to take my love of teaching, and I'm going to take my love of being imagined and made up, my biography being made up by a sleep podcaster and fictionalized, and I'm going to become Mr. Wizard. And he did become Mr. Wizard, and had a show. Now this was in another universe, not our universe. That's where one of the things came. And he made a show, but for a while he started to notice that more and more of the Mr. Wizards of his, because there was Johnny Wizard at a show, and Brad Wizard, and they were his main competition on Mr. Wizard, and Steve Science. And he said, man, we're doing a lot of explaining of science here, and his heart wasn't in it anymore. And so he bowed his head and he said, man, my mister and my wizard, I'm just not into this anymore. And so he hung his head and he went for a long walk, and he walked, 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 and he walked. Oh, wait, what, you have a question? That's funny. Okay. And he walked, and he walked, and he walked. Peanut butter jelly. He stepped in peanut butter jelly. That's funny. Okay. Okay, call me right back. Oh, can I listen into what your mom's saying? Okay. Oh, that's funny. She said you can only wear your underoos 6 days in a row. And this is your 8th day wearing your underoos. I don't even have underoos. I always dreamed of it. Anyway, so he stepped in a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. What we didn't realize was that was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with the cosmic stuff of the universe. And the next thing he knew, he was in another universe, parallel to theirs. He was in our universe now. And then he started another show. He looked different. Maybe he told somebody. I don't know what happened after that. It was all, after you sit up in a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, it's not, yeah. Well, your mom said you had to go to bed in 3 minutes, so I don't want to get you in trouble. Okay, you want me to sing to you? Well, I don't know if it's copyrighted, what'll happen, but, this will be the first person singing into a Pringles can to their best friend in another world. Yeah, I'm getting some tickling noise, so let me try to move this thing around. The Pringles cans have a lot of handling noise. Okay, good night. Yeah, can you pet your snuffleupagus, your stuffed snuffleupagus for me? Yeah, thanks. And your grimace. And can you point at the Hamburglar and tell the Hamburglar not to steal any hamburgers tonight? Okay. And can say goodnight to the other the godlike figures we were raised by, stuffed, what are those called? Stuffed corporate mascots. Okay, kiss them for me. Okay. Okay, and tuck in the Fry Guys. Okay. Okay, okay, ready? I'm going to sing now. And remember, wherever you are in the world, you could always call somebody on a tin can phone, even if it's an imaginary friend. Or you could you could call like a CB. Hey, good buddy, calling out there to the universe. Look, I'm here. I'm at home talking on a tin can phone. Fanoni Roan. I was just thinking of Flavor Flav. Is anybody tapping my tin can telephone? I just called to say tin can phone, and I'm calling you on my tin can phone. A Pringles can with one big hole and another hole that was already in it where you put in your hand to get your Pringles. But now I'm calling my imaginary friend who lives in a suburban utopia. I just called to say I love you, do, and I mean it from the bottom of my tin can phone. My tin can phone is not made of tin cans alone, but of some sort of paper foil to keep it Pringles fresh and so. Do do da day, da 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 day. Now Scoots must wrap it up today. I don't know if this is still going because there's not been any. Did I put everybody out there to sleep? Okay, well that's it for my broadcast. If anybody else wants to make their tin can phones, well actually I could try to. I don't know what this will sound like. I could put the tin can phone down because it's usually supposed to be a doodle time. Let's just see what happens because I was like I can't doodle with the tin can phone, but maybe I can. Okay, let's see if I aim it towards my mouth. Check, baby, 1, 2. Maybe if I put it, okay, everybody plug their ears. Oh, these are like, oh, you know what? I have an idea. Hold on. This is like a boom mic. Oh, sorry. Wasn't planning on giving a booty shot to the. Let's see. Okay, this is gonna work. I think this is gonna work, everybody. No New Year's Day, no celebrate, no more chocolate-covered candies to give away. What it is I say to you are these 5 words that I'm say to you. I just called to say that's not 5 words. Okay, let's see how we're going to do this here. This is great. If I'd have known this, I could have saved a lot of money here. Check, baby, 1, 2. They call this the Pringles shaker. Oh, man. Alright, so we'll do a quick doodle here. If I can get everything adjusted. Let's see. Do. I got short. Who wears short shorts? If you dare wear shorts, Scoots wear short shorts. Okay, now we're live with the Doodlecast. Oh wait, I guess I could do it closer to the camera. Double pillow. Ba 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 bum. And I'm doodling, and Doodle sings. But I better turn on my pen here. Alright, so everybody doodle now. It is Sunday scribble time. So if you're out there, go ahead and Sunday scribble. Whoa, whoa, yeah, doodling. Start Sorry, I'm out of breath. I wonder what would happen if I put an actual mic inside a Pringles can. It would just be hard to hold it in place. La da da dee. Da 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 doodling. If you want to doodle, doodling, and doodle sing. There is no doodle queen or king, but doodling and scribbling on Sunday too. They give us something pleasant to do. Doodling doodles. You could doodle with me. You could doodle for a penny or for free. Doodle on, doodle-oo. Da 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 doodle. Doodles. Doodles. Alright, everybody, let me see if I can get this moved without breaking my phone. I can't believe this. I feel like a kid again, man. Well, let's see if I can like this. Maybe I'll just do all live streams. I just got to figure out a way to put it into my PC too. But I think I have the other headset, so we'll see what that sounds like. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. La da la la la, nothing at all. But I think you're something. Ba-da-ba-boom. All right, everybody, I gotta go. Just do some doodles today. Make your Pringle can or tin can telephone, and then you can listen to these live streams. I kind of feel like I can't make. I'm not good at. I'm always looking there instead of looking up there. So make your own Pringle can telephone or tin can telephone, and actually, then you can make it into a mic like this, and then you can do this, like you're recording. Do-da-day. So go ahead and make it and doodle today, and then tell somebody a bedtime story. And you could talk, and if it's someone that snores in the same bed as you, you could talk in the can right to them, even if they're asleep, and say I'm telling you a bedtime story. All right, good night, everybody. Take good care of one another. Take good care of yourself, and get some rest. And I'll be back at some point soon.